Hi guys, welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, the 1st of December 2020. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Witch's Tarot for this reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about this day and what the first day of December is going to be like. First card, we have the Eight of Swords. The Two of Wands, amazing. This card has come up so often recently. And the King of Wands. Looks like a bit of a Lothario in this deck. Really nice, I love that. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords. We've got a beautiful woman with a blindfold on, tied up in this circle of swords, and she's kind of stuck. So she can't see where she's going. She's not free to reach out and to kind of use her sense of touch to see where she's going, and she feels kind of stuck. We've got the towers in the background, so it's almost like she has had this done to her by the powers that be, by the institution, by the people in charge. And we've got this body of water separating her from the institution, from this place where she comes from, where she belongs. She's dressed in this pink-violet robe. So the Eight of Swords is really about having negative thinking that makes you feel stuck. And in this case, it feels like it's external. So it may be other people saying, oh no, you can't get into this university, you don't have the qualifications, or you're not good enough to do this, or we don't have an opportunity for you. It may be something else where you've had a negative experience and you feel like, I didn't succeed with this in the past, so I won't succeed with it again. It's negative thinking. It's thinking that keeps you stuck and keeps you from seeing yourself as you really are now. And also, it prevents you from seeing things as they are in reality. So these swords are kind of responsible for getting you in this situation, and it's believing your negative thinking and your past experiences and applying that negative energy to your present circumstances, and that's inappropriate. The way to resolve this is to get in touch with your feelings, to get in touch with your higher self, and to say, do you know what? Whatever has happened. That does not need to define my future, and I'm not going to let it define my future. I'm going to listen to my gut. I'm going to listen to my feelings. I'm going to ignore what other people are saying about me, and I'm going to take my power back. And that's really important. Just because certain things have been negative doesn't mean they'll be negative in future. And it's really important not to project into the future based on where you are now. The Two of Wands, we've got this young kind of, he looks like a knight or a page, someone who's at the court. He's dressed beautifully in red and orange. He's got a feather in his little hat there, and he's got these two wands and planet Earth in the palm of his hand. He's looking out to sea. Got his cat next to him. So this is someone who's really saying, do you know what? I choose to make the future whatever I want it to be. I'm not going to believe the past or what other people tell me. I have this innate wisdom. I'm going to use that to see where I can go with my life, where I can travel to, what activities I can pursue, what really has growth and what has the potential to be something meaningful in my life. It's up to me to decide where I'm going to make that happen. And these two cards are really opposite. So the Eight of Swords is powerful negativity that blinds you, and the Two of Wands is really a powerful relationship with yourself that opens things up. It's self-belief, it's confidence, and it's listening to your own inner wisdom. By doing that, you're able to put the world into the palm of your hand, and you're really the master of your destiny, and you can decide what you channel your energy into, and you open this doorway for yourself that you can move through, and where you can be free, and you can really change things up and have new experiences, and you can trade all these negative swords for positive ones. Finally, the King of Wands, he looks happy, doesn't he? He has done this, so this is the same guy, few weeks or days or months or years apart. He's made the decision to be authentic. I'm just pausing because it's not about succeeding. It's about being authentic with yourself, and it's saying, what do I want? So it's not like I have to be the best and famous and the richest and the best looking and all of that. It's really just saying, what works for me and how can I make my life better? Where do I see the potential for growth? And that can be a huge leap forward, or it can be a little step by making things a little bit better. So it really depends on what your guidance is telling you. It's just important to believe that things can turn around, that things can be positive, and that if you apply yourself, you're not going to make things worse for yourself. You have the opportunity to make things better, and it's really important that you believe in yourself and say, I can intervene in my own life, and I can make things better through that intervention. You know, a lot of people who have negative experiences kind of give up on themselves and they say, well, I don't really know what I'm doing. So let me just accept things as they are and try and align myself with people who know what they're doing. And then things might work out for me. And the cards are really saying, no, you know what's best for you, even if your life doesn't reflect that. You know what you want, even if it's been painful in the past or if it hasn't worked out. And it's important to keep the faith and to believe in yourself, because if you do, that action leads to becoming the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is in charge of the element of Wands, fire. So he is living his life purpose, but not only has he done things that thrill him and excite him and open up his world, he's also got to a position of power by being brave. So we've got these lions here on either side. So this is sometimes quite difficult to say, I'm not going to believe my life as it is. I'm not going to believe the negativity floating around. I'm going to believe in the positive energy that I have within. I'm going to rely on this wisdom. That is an act of courage. And by doing that today, you end up in this position, the King of Wands, sitting on this beautiful gold throne. So by following your bliss and your path in life, you really receive something that is of value. You get to put a nice little smile on your face and to enjoy all of the rewards of this act of courage. And it adds a lot of security, as well as value, as well as authority and power. He's got this crown there, so he's in charge of his circumstances. And by taking this one radical act of self-belief, he puts himself into a position where that decision and energy really serves him in future. So it's something that he doesn't have to keep doing over and over and over again every day. He's able to be brave and to invest in himself once on this day. And as a result, he's able to enjoy the good things that come from that. So if you have the choice, basically, to believe what other people are saying and to be defeatist and to let yourself be silenced by negativity, or you decide to be courageous and to say, do you know what, I'm going to try one more time because I owe it to myself. Doing the latter is really going to reward you, because the Two of Wands then becomes the King of Wands. You end up in a situation that is really positive for you specifically. It affects you the most. It may have a nice effect on people around you or your job or your friends and family, but the person who's going to benefit most from this is you. So it's important to invest in yourself, because there will be a payoff, loads of growth, sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, and also a sense of pride. I have done something for myself and it worked. So I know I can rely on myself. And even in future, if things get negative again, I've got this day to remember where I really took a risk, it paid off. And if I get bogged down with things again in future and feel depressed or anxious about my abilities, I'll always be able to remember this day where I really did something for myself and it worked in my favor. So it's a way of exercising that muscle of self-belief so that you can do it today and in future, and that each time you do it, it becomes a little bit easier. The King is 1, 1 and 2 is 3, and 8 is 11. 11 is the master number of service. So by choosing to believe in yourself, you can really improve your circumstances and be of service to yourself and to your life. And when you're happy, the people around you are going to benefit as well, because they'll look to you and they'll be inspired by your strength and your joy and your sense of contentment that you exude because you've done something positive for yourself that you're proud of. So it's a win-win for everybody. And it's just important that you come back to the center of who you are and that you claim your own power and that you stand in that power and do something with it. It's so interesting. We've had the Two of Wands a lot lately. In terms of the astrology, we had a full moon in Gemini, which is also a lunar eclipse the day before on Monday, the 30th of November. And I've made a separate video on that. It's all about this type of energy and really being able to make the most of what you've got right now and to really turn things around. So if you want some more information on that, have a look at that video. I go into a lot of detail there. I hope this gives you something to go on for the first day of December. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Readings to order your reading with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.